Here's my question. Susie, thank you so much. Please tell me where I am taken for test 3 tomorrow with Gary. Please make me write it here tonight. And I thank you so much for doing it so far.
Because of the lateness of the day and the place that I'm going that I can't tell you, I'm not going to be back until late this afternoon. So I have to cancel my meeting for today with them. We will still be back in time for our movie tonight. Okay? But I'll have to cancel that meeting for today. By the way.
Yeah, by the way, this is Sunday. It is the... What is it? This is for my camera.
This is August 5th.
August the 5th. And we're going to our 4th place. And I feel very strange today because last night the spirits told me, Christopher, you are on your own. But when I looked at my data for the last 3 months about where I was going today, it said that it would be a Sunday.
That's right, and you also heard sun. You heard sun and Sunday.
I had sun and Sunday and mirror.
Okay, now
because I saw 2 newspapers.
When did you first see mirrors and sun? We had 20 possible places to go. 20 possible places to go. That means that there's a 1 in 20 chance, just by accident, you could have gotten this particular place.
Yeah, but that's if I knew the places, surely.
Right, certainly if you knew the places, of course. What I'm trying to show you, that's the crudest possible way to say this. But even if that was the case, it would already be statistically significant, just as one event. When you look at the number of the details, it is going to be so off the charts. But I'm not telling you where we're going.
No, I know, I understand.
But I think when you count all up all the information, which is why it's very careful that we really videotape everything, I want to make sure that this is the way it would be. I want you to know that this is the way that I would choose to go there from here.
Okay.
Because it is more comfortable driving for me.
Right.
I don't like to drive on turnpikes.
Oh, right. And they're what you call turnpikes? Bends and twists?
Well, no, that's
and junctions.
Yeah, but there's lots of construction there, and the travel speed is very fast, and I get dizzy.
Yeah, well, we had to be very careful driving today, that was for sure.
Well, you don't know the half of it. You don't know the half of it. But what's very interesting is where we are going to drive past. And as I said, I'm not 100% sure of precisely the right road, but I'm following my, quote, instincts right now. Because, as I said, I have been there once before.
Can I ask you how long the journey to this place is?
It is a good hour from here.
Oh, okay.
Now, I could be wrong about that. We'll check.
Yeah.
It's 10 to 11.
It's 10 to 11, yeah.
So I think it's going to be a good hour, but we shall see. And I must tell you that as you were, just as you've done every day, as you would be reading off your dream, I would be ticking off one of the, since I know what the 20 possible places are, and nobody does. I haven't told anyone. By the way, last night I had dinner with these people from what's called the Joe Ray Center. You will meet them Monday afternoon. And they're very deeply interested in what you're doing. And I told them about Monday, because, the Monday when you came here, Tuesday when you came here.
Oh, yes.
Because that's...
the school teachers thing and the aeroplane.
Right, because that's okay. But I didn't tell them any of the places that we've been.
No, but I haven't told anybody either.
Right, exactly. The only thing I did tell them was that last night at dinner, because it was not part of the experiment.
It's not part of the experiment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not part of the official experiment, that you had these experiences. Is I'm going to double check at a garage.
Okay.
To find out
how you get where we're
going. And you'll wait in the car so you can know
I'll wait in the car. Right. It's 5 to 11 almost.
Right, now you missed the sign.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'll show you another one. What does this sign show right here? It says, keep left.
Airport. We're going to the airport. Oh, no.
I'm not saying where we're going, but I'm just telling you that this is the way you go to the airport from the university. Now, there's the Diamond Shamrock. Would you like some coffee, by the way?
Yeah, we'd have to put my cameras all in the back, but yes.
No, well, I don't want you to... I'd rather have you keep photographs.
Can't we get coffee where I'm going?
Yes.
Oh, all right, then.
Do you mind if I get some coffee?
No, we'll go and get it now. We can do it now.
Well, no, but I don't want you to know where we're going. I can wait for coffee.
Well, how by getting coffee am I going to know where we're going?
because I want to go in there and ask where we're going.
Oh, all right. So you go and ask where we're going, and bring the coffee, and you can put them in the car.
Perfect. I'll get 2 coffees.
2 coffees
Okay,
tomorrow.
I'll leave the car running.
But we'll deal with that tomorrow. If I'm still on my own and I've got to use my old data.
Well,
if they have dumped me now,
listen,
these
you've already warned me, so I'm going to make sure we have full tank of gas tomorrow.
Well,
we run out of gas today. I'm going to be angry.
Well, no, it was tomorrow we run out of gas.
Okay, good. Then we'll be careful with it. I'll be back.
All right. Go. I like the coffee you got me before. If they do something like that.
Done.
Thank you. Well, here we are. Here's me. I'm sitting in Gary's lovely car. We've read the details of where we're going today into the tape recorder that he's using for the experiment. The spirits told me I'm on my own today. They wouldn't help me last night. So what I did is I used the data from the 13th of June and the other days when I asked months ago where we were going today. And I'm very encouraged about everything for one reason. In that dream there was my motorbike, which is called a super dream. And it was a Sunday that I went to test site 4, and today is a Sunday, so please God I get today correct. Anyway, I'm going to turn this off now because there's an hour to go, and Gary's going to get some coffee, and I'll talk to you later. Great, these coffees are beautiful. Anybody in England that ever sees this tape, these coffees are gorgeous.
They are special.
They are special. I'll tell you, they're special to me. Right, I'm going to turn it off again. Thank you, folks. We're on our way. Gary has got some maps. So, even he doesn't know where we're going.
Well, they told me, but I want to double check.
Oh, okay.
This particular trip is going to be a very meaningful one. Go Aho Way West.
We're going Aho Way West.
The airport is to the left.
The airport is to the left.
Which is where you came in.
Which is where I came in. And pitch is a key word.
Pitch is a key word, as you'll see. It's a very key word to me, by the way, as you'll see.
Well, pitch is angle, you see. Or a football pitch.
Or a baseball pitch.
Or a baseball pitch. What do they call basketballs? Court?
It's a basketball court, and typically they shoot a basketball.
Oh, right.
But they pitch a baseball. Or throw a baseball.
Okay, so... Oh, okay.
But a pitcher pitches a baseball.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know if you pitch a football.
Now, you kick a football.
On Sunday. You got in your dream.
Sunday. Sunday was a super dream. My motorbike.
By the way, I cannot... You know, I think...
No, I'm not... No.
I can't... No, I'm telling you anything. But I am going to tell you, because you probably figured this out, that today is Sunday.
Today is Sunday.
Right. That I can't hide. That you got right no matter where we are.
Yeah. Today is Sunday.
The fourth test. If I were to ask you, if you remember, day 1, the big message was holes.
Holes in the ground.
The day 2 was work and workshops.
Work and workshops.
Day 3 was heads and belts and leather and stuff.
And yes, that's like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the words for today?
The words for today are pitch, are sun and mirror, are Olympus, are... The words for today are sun and mirror and Olympus. And I said Olympus is a Greek mountain. And I was looking at the newspapers in my dream in a place in England called Soho.
I think you said sun.
Yeah, no, the papers were the sun and the mirror. They were the name of the papers.
Right, but you didn't say...
Where I was looking at them...
But is that a key word, Soho?
No, Soho's probably not a key word.
I'm asking you what a key word is.
But it'll have a relevance somewhere.
Okay, that's not what I'm asking.
The key words are pitch. The key word is pitch, sun, mirror, Olympus, the camera, and the key drawing is these round things with a hole in the centre.
Okay, now let me ask you one last question.
And electronic equipment. There's all this screens. Screens is a key word.
What?
Screens.
What are screens?
Screens? Well, screens.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Now, tell me the story about this Greek. You said it's a Greek mountain or Greek goddess or something.
Well, in my dream, I was looking at my camera, if you remember, and I drew the front of the camera, I drew the inside of the camera, and I drew the back of the camera.
Okay.
There was a lens at the front, there was a charge-coupled device in the middle, and there was a screen at the back, and we were transmitting these pictures about 100 yards away to where we were looking at them from the lens at the front of the camera.
Right.
Which I couldn't make any sense of at all.
Gotcha.
So that's a bit bizarre, because I can't think of anywhere where that would be going on. Right. Another keyword is dish.
Yeah.
Because dish is written, I think, twice in my translations, but it's still a keyword. Well, folks, back in England, when we look at this tape, this is where we are going. Nowhere.
We are going out to the boondocks.
The boondocks, yeah. We're going to the boondocks. Down in the boondocks.
We are going to the
down in the boondocks. Yeah, let's play the Susie tape.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I have to go turn it on.
Okay, and you can find it.
I have to find it. It'll take me a little bit. I have to change CDs here.
CDs were in the dream. Remember, I'd drawn them.
Right.
But there's also another meaning.
Oh yeah, no. This
Do you
is
remember
not...
I showed? Now listen, I've just thought of this.
What?
Do you remember yesterday I showed you a TV test?
Yes.
Where I dreamed it was a recording disc or a telescope mirror in the box. That's the same drawing I drew 2 times in this test that I drew then.
Wow. Okay, one second.
And I said it was either a telescope mirror or a recording disc, but it was reflective. That's interesting.
Right.
Hangars was the key word.
Another day, and I didn't know of this airport.
No, and that's like the one in my dream, you know.
That we may finally find.
Let me get the airport. That's the one in the dream.
Another day.
And there's a propeller with a pitch. We are on track, boy. We are gonna win today.
Another day.
Wherever we're going, I'm nearly right.
Another day.
Because that's the airport in the dream with the propeller and the pitch. That's the one. Today's a winner.
Walk with me into this life.
Today is going to be quite interesting.
Now,
Now,
I did not remember this airport.
well, that airport is the one in the dream. Because
Is
I've
that
got
the
a
airport
big
that's running
drawing of
the
it.
dream? There's a
the
plane, by the way.
Yeah, and I even drew the propeller. I have the drawing of the propeller
When
and
we
the
come
pitch.
back, we will stop at that airport,
And we'll take more pictures, because that airport is very important. Even if I got the rest of it wrong, I've got that bit of it right, because really, really, really,
There's no way to avoid that airport
to go where we're going.
to go where we're going.
Oh, okay.
And the other thing is, now that I think about it, I remember that airport. And
Well, I couldn't have known about that on the 13th of June.
no way. Was it the 13th?
The 13th of... Well, actually, it would have been the 14th
Right.
of June, because it was during the night. And I wrote the question about 11
Right.
o'clock.
It was the 13th.
So it would have been the 14th
that
of
you
June
woke
I was
up.
dreaming it.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It would have been written in the early hours of the morning on the 14th of June.
Right.
Is that day special?
For me, it's my birthday.
Wow!
I was 57 that day.
Were you?
Absolutely.
So
I
I
became
was...
an old man that day.
So on your 57th birthday, I was dreaming of being here today.
That's correct.
And I knew it was a Sunday.
And you said it was a Sunday.
Yeah, and it was a super dream.
And it was a super dream.
Now, did Susie arrange all this so that if I'm right today, that was
Susie
your
was in
birthday
this dream.
present?
And Susie was in this dream?
Well, I'll have to go back and check. I can't remember.
What
I
day
don't-
was she with the dreams?
Well,
day did
I'd
you start?
I'd heard about her a couple of weeks maybe a month before.
Okay, so we don't know if Susie
So
started.
no, I can't be sure. I would
Okay.
need to go and look at the notes and see how it was written.
All right.
I don't know.
But
I
this
don't know.
song,
I don't know.
this song, which is Wake Up Susie, which I started to hear the words for after she died. And as I told the story, told you, I was driving to Phoenix, which was very rare for me, because usually I take the plane from Tucson to wherever I'm going.
Yes.
This one time, I ended up having to drive, because I was taking the plane directly from Phoenix in order to catch an appropriate and affordable flight to Seattle. And I put on the CD, I was listening to James Taylor, and all of a sudden I hear this song called Wake Up Susie. Now, I've had this CD before, but I never learned the words, because I just hear the melodies, and because I'm a musician, I pay attention to melodies and chords and the bass and the drums and all this kind of stuff. So here I am, I all of a sudden listen to Wake Up Susie. I played this song 40 times. I put it to memory that day. It was shortly after Susie died, and 2 nights later, I wrote the first of the 2 papers that I wrote, called Celebrating Susie Smith's Soul, Preliminary Evidence for the Continuance of Susie's Consciousness After Her Death.
All right.
Which were published, both of these papers were published in the Journal of Religious and Psychical Research, which is a journal that she used to subscribe to, and members of her board of trustees or board of directors to this little foundation that she created called the Survival Research Foundation belong to. You'll notice that there are peaks.
There are peaks. Well, yesterday I dreamt of twin peaks. I had one peak last night. I went to some restaurant. They took
You went to
something
Pinnacle Peaks.
Pinnacle Peaks.
Right,
Yeah.
Pinnacle Peaks.
And there was my slaughter.
There was your slaughter.
Everything that I dreamt the night before was there.
Yes.
The covered wagons, the shooting. I actually got a gun and shot all these people in the saloon. You have to put 50 cents in. And I scored 300. Maximum score. I did not miss one target.
I think where I'm taking you, and this I can tell you for the record,
Yeah.
is probably the most important and spiritual place for me in all of Tucson.
And I dreamt it on your birthday.
It is the most spiritual and most important place of all of the things in Tucson. And it is very, 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 it is also a sacred place for the Native Americans.
For Native Americans, yeah?
Yeah, Native American sacred place. And
So we're going to see pots and pans there?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. I shouldn't
I don't
ask.
know what we're going to see.
No, all right. I shouldn't ask. All right. I shouldn't ask. You're right.
I'm not telling you what we're going to see, but I'm just telling you that we are driving toward the mountains.
Yeah, that's
They're
interesting.
there.
They're there. How high are the mountains?
I don't remember. We will have to find out.
2,000 or 3,000 feet, maybe?
Bigger than that, probably.
Bigger than that.
What is over there?
A hardware store with pots and pans. Loads of pots and pans.
Okay, we've had this off for a few minutes, and you can see that we are now driving toward a mountain. And I, by the way, have not been here probably since 1996 or 1997. I've been, I think, to this place twice. As a matter of fact, I'm positive. I've been here twice. This is my third time. And as I said before, it is my most sacred place for me in all of the southern Arizona.
Well, you must remember...
Maybe in the world. Maybe in the entire world.
I said that we're going somewhere where somebody hasn't been since 1996 or 1997.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly correct. But this place, and I will tell you later when we're all done about the significance of it for me, but I can't tell you right now.
No, I understand.
But I can't hide the fact that
we're going to a mountain.
I can't hide the fact that we're approaching a mountain.
Well, I'm totally confident now that my dream of going up Mount Olympus is right. Although it's not Mount Olympus, it's going to be called something else. We're going up a mountain, folks. I know it.
I didn't say that we were.
I know it. You don't have to say it. I can now say I know where we're going.
Along the side of a mountain. It's very special for me. It's one of my favorite places, if not the most favorite place for me on this planet, where we are going right now.
But even if we're not going to an observatory...
If we were going.
Yeah, but even if we're not, I can see one, and that's significant. Because I saw an airfield.
Actually, you did say you saw an airfield. You said you saw things. So we've driven past.
We are seeing the things that I expected to see.
You are
today.
seeing the things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where we end up, as I said, I'm not sure.
And I have not told you.
But
I have not said whether we're going up a mountain or down a mountain.
But we
However,
do.
I must. This is the Kitt Peak
National. Oh, stop! I got to take a picture. Oh, stop!
This is the Kitt Peak National Observatory.
Oh, look at that! I'm going to get out and take another picture with my little camera as well.
I'm going to get my video. Okay, we are driving up Kitt Peak, and I have now confessed to you, since you've discovered that there are observatories up there, telescopes, and everything else.
And
so you've got 90%.
Doesn't go anywhere else.
Right, there's nowhere else. I have confessed the most important part of this is that I was taking you to the place where they have the largest solar observatory in the world, the largest sun telescope in the world. And what you do not realize is, because we were only talking about this on the way up, that both of us have a passion for astronomy.
Yes.
Both of us have a passion for the sun. You have a telescope that you've looked at the sun, and that video camera that I'm using to make these photographs, which was given to me as a gift, I purchased a special solar lens so I could take pictures of the sun with that camera. But I am taking you to the largest, and you got sun and Sunday and
mirror and CCD devices.
Right, it's all about the sun. It's all the whole thing.
The whole thing. The whole
pitch.
Thing.
This angle of this telescope is pitched.
Yeah.
It's pitched with a capital pitch. The other thing is to drive up here, which is why I want you to get videos of this, is one of the most gorgeous rides, and you pitch. You have to pitch to get up there. So you've got lots of meanings of the word pitch. Mm-hmm. When I heard you say this, Christopher, you keep this on tape. When I heard you reading this, and I said, my God, if this is the Kitt Peak National Observatory, you have got more than a bullseye, you've got more than a dazzle shot. You have got the ultimate information. You could not have been more perfect, and you did it on my birthday.
Yep, I did it on. That's what is quite
birthday.
Yeah, that's
and it's Sunday. We're going to the sun. We're going to Mount Olympus on my birthday.
Well, this is the best holiday I could ever have in the world, I'll tell you.
Whatever you said about the first 4 days of your being here, starting with this warm-up experiment for the past 3 days, none of them beats this.
None of them.
I want you to know, this is, quote, the top. You'll never get better than this, Christopher. It's all downhill from here. No pun intended.
So do we stop the...
No, we do not stop. We are doing 10 days.